Hey YouTube, this is VidHead85. Can we talk for a minute? Excellent. Okay, so YouTube, I'm going to talk about Fit Mom and the whole controversy around her after she posted this picture here. Now, she is posing with her children, and she's got a beautiful body. Now, of course, many people who took issue with this very thing are probably because, one, they don't want to acknowledge that they have excuses that they are allowing to not allow themselves to break through. What they basically want to do is stay the way they are and wish that they could get where she is. But she didn't wish, she worked. She put her excuses to the wayside and said, no matter what, I'm going toward my goal and this is what's going to happen. Period. Dot. End of story. Now, the reason why people took issue with that is because what's your excuse is something that confronts everything within us. It makes us uncomfortable. It makes us uncomfortable with our laziness. Now, there are many people who may feel as if they can't work out because they have a bad back, or they may not be able to work out because maybe they're in a wheelchair. There are athletes in wheelchairs. There are athletes who, the reason why why many of them don't have a bad back is because they build their back. And that takes a lot of work. It's easier to walk around with a bad back than to build it up. I'm sure of it. Because if it were easy, everybody would do it. Now, there is no controversy here. Why? Simply because there isn't. It's a manufactured controversy with people who are insecure about their bodies so that they can shame her about going after hers. It's blunt, but it's what it is. It really is what it is. If we didn't normalize obesity, if we also made fitness a priority and living an active life a priority, we would not have a lot of this mess going on. So, I decided to post a question. Here it is, right here. Now, the reason why I posted this question is simply because I know that I'm going to face this at one point or another. I've decided that having a fit life is non-negotiable for me. And having come from being bigger than I am, I know that it's not easy. Weight loss never is. So with this in mind, I thought, you know what, why don't I ask this question? Because I want a man who will encourage me and uphold me in my fitness journey. And I can do the same for him. It'll be something that we can not only grow on the outside through hitting our fitness goals, but we will grow on the inside too. Values will be building up on the inside through our fitness, through our life. Now, I know that the rejection that comes from, you're too fat, or I don't do black guys, that I would not do this to anyone else. I basically want a partner that I can enjoy life and fitness with. One that will challenge me on the excuses that I make to stay where I am and not go through the pain of getting where I want to go. So with this in mind, I asked the question, would it be assholish to decline a guy because he's not into fitness as I am? We have decent chemistry and he's a good guy, but I'm serious about my fitness and want someone similarly minded. Your thoughts? Now, this I knew was going to open up a can of worms because people have an interesting view of fitness. Now, let me first go to Alan Butler, who basically gave his whole ideal that he wanted a man 6'7", black hair, blue eyes, 32-inch waist, solid muscle, employed in a job he loves, in a home that he owns fully, non-smoker, works out 7 days a week, is attracted to all ethnicities sexually and not just black men, loves movies and music and sci-fi, actually versatile, hung, likes group sex, and 100% faithful to us and wants to get married. The anime tear just kind of fell right there. And then he talks about, what if you bring him into the gym and he doesn't like it because, and he ends up being resentful of you because you take him there. And then what happens when you get out of shape, which will happen because it's the gradual progression in life to do so, which is bullshit because there are 70-year-old bodybuilders that are out there and they lift every day and that's not going anywhere. So basically they're saying, be realistic about things, but being realistic to me is like, hey, look, this is non-negotiable for me. This is something that when I like I'm really, really committed to, and I want someone similarly situated. And then he also talks about basically, let me see. They also have a billion sites like BigMuscle.com to find those flawless muscle heads you seek. Just stay single and go for what you want in appropriate arenas. You just need to use for your selections. I don't even know what the hell this guy is really saying here. There are people who believe that yes, I am being assholish. Michael states what the point, the minor point, the act of the disqualification on the fact that the guy in question isn't into fitness, as I previously stated, is vain and wrong. Charles, however, says, be honest with yourself and him. Let him go. James says, as a fitness buff, it's not just how amazing the bodies the guys who work out have. I admire their dedication to fitness, health, and exercise. Plus, most guys who work out a lot are pretty chill. Richard says that it's not in the least bit assholish. If he doesn't share that practice and priority, how's he gonna understand its importance to you? Matthew actually has a little bit of like the middle road with it, but he basically says, well, he actually says that he doesn't like going to the gym because he would rather go with someone that he's comfortable with. And I kind of see that because there are some points when you just want to be with someone that you're comfortable with, and they can, like you don't just want to be there like feeling all crazy alone. Tyrone says that he agrees with me completely. It's a part of life, and why would I? It would make it much more difficult to motivate myself if I'm with someone who's not interested. Too Tall basically says, go ahead and try it together, see how it works out. Maybe you guys can kind of, find some things that you guys do alone in the gym. Or there's nothing wrong with having a couple of things that are not in common. Fitness, though, has to be one of them. Zane says, assholishly to me, in other words, nobody's perfect, and you might as well pass up someone who is pretty good searching for the ideal. So basically, of course, when we look at the fitness world and when we think of people and how they think of fitness, it is always, nine times out of 10, the negative conversations, the negative ads, for lack of a better term, were people who thought that fitness was all about looking good. Fitness is not about looking good. It is a side effect of fitness. A side effect, like Zyrtec might make you drowsy, Claritin might make you drowsy or whatever. That's a side effect of what the main thing is. And the main thing is, for me, making a body that can move, that is lean, that is mean, fat burning machine. That's basically what fitness is for me. So, if you are a person that exercises daily or not, or what would you do if you had someone that was like a gym, well, not exactly a gym rat, because not everybody who works out is a gym rat. And the stereotypes of the people in the gym, there are some that are true. I'm the sweaty guy, okay, yeah, but I wipe down the machine though. I'm the sweaty guy that wipes down the machine. But many people think that because of the dumb jocks that they see on the television, or even better yet, the angry black guy they see on the television, that somehow all of the people of that subsection will be the same way. Not true. So, YouTube, thanks for letting me talk to you, and let me know your thoughts.